quick today. Should have time to get this done in relatively short amount of time and give you plenty of time to get some stuff done that you need to get done with. So we're on day 2 of 8.5, multiplying a binomial by a binomial. Today, actually the next 2 days are really about, you can do things the exact same way we did yesterday. You can use the box method, and the box method will work every single time that we do with what we're going to do today. But there are some shortcuts that you can use that make things just a little bit faster. And if you can pick up on the shortcuts, great. That's going to be a benefit to you. If you can't pick up on the shortcuts, that's okay too, because you can always use the box method to do these. And you guys were really comfortable with the box method yesterday and did a nice job with this. So if we kind of look at these shortcuts, if we look at the different ones that I have up here, I have x plus 1, x minus 1. The result sitting here is if you did the box method, your end result is going to be x squared minus 1. If we take x plus 2 and x minus 2, the result, if you did the box method, would be x squared minus 4. And kind of so on and so forth. X plus 3, x minus 3. The result is x squared minus 9. Plus 4 minus 4. Plus 5 minus 5. Plus 6 minus 6. What do you notice in here? What happens? What are a couple things that you notice in here? Say it louder, Mr. Johnson.
They all have x squared.
They all have x squared. Our answers all have x squared, which they're going to anyway.
The numbers in the parentheses are all the same. Like they're repeated.
The numbers are the same, but what's different?
It's addition and subtraction.
Very good. It's addition and subtraction. So we've got a 1 and a 1, but one's positive and one's negative. And that happens in all of them. Positive, negative, blah, 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 blah. But it's the same number. Okay? So we've got the same number. They're just opposites of each other. One's positive, one's negative. What do you notice about the answer besides they're all x squared? What's gone? What's not there that was there yesterday? How many terms did we end with yesterday? 3. How many terms do we have now? 2. What term's gone? Something in the middle, right? So that middle piece, yesterday we had like 3x or 5x. So that x value, that part's gone. Okay? And that happens anytime you have these types of things happen. When you have what we call essentially our difference of squares. Okay? So this is a shortcut. These are called differences of squares. And the result is a binomial in the form a squared plus b squared. You'll get this difference of squared anytime you have two binomials that have the same terms, but the only difference is one is positive and one is negative. So again, this is just a shortcut, and it only works when the terms are the same, but the signs are different. And when that happens, we can eliminate that term. So in general form, a plus b times a minus b. Your end result is going to be a squared minus b squared. So really, if you think about FOIL, you're multiplying the first terms together and you're multiplying the last terms together. That's all you're doing as long as those two things happen. The terms are the same, but they're opposites of each other. So if we look at this first one, for example, x plus 11 and x minus 11. My terms are the same, x and 11, x and 11. One's a plus, one's a minus. So that means all we have to do is take the first times the first, take x times x times x is x squared. It's always going to be minus. The result will always be minus. Why is it minus? Because the last terms are positive 11 and negative 11. So a positive times a negative gives us a negative. 11 times 11 is 121, and you'd need a calculator to do that. But that's your solution. And the easiest way I can tell you to do this is to not think of it in the form a squared minus b squared. That's going to mess you up. Think of it as first term times first term, last term times last term. But again, it's a shortcut. The shortcut can only be used if the terms are the same and the signs are different. Okay. So in the second one, the terms are the same, x and x, 16 and 16. The numbers are different, positive 16 and negative 16. So that means I can take the first times the first, x times x is x squared, minus the last times the last, 16 times 16, 256. That's your answer. And you're done. Now, I said when we first started this, if you don't like that difference piece of it, and you want to keep things consistent with it, you can always do the box method for this. So just to remind you of the box method, the next one, I'm going to do the box method for the next one, just to kind of, so we remember how to do it, and so that you can see that we also get the same answer. So 4a and 7, 4a and negative 7. So using the box method, 4a times 4a, 4 times 4 is 16, a times a is a squared. 4a times negative 7, 4 times negative 7 is negative 28a. Now we go here and here, so 7 times 4 is 28, so that's 28a, and then 7 times negative 7 is negative 49. So if you look now at our box, these two terms, they're opposites of each other, so they eliminate each other. So the result is 16a squared minus 49. And if you look at it, 4a times 4a, 16a squared. 7 times negative 7, negative 49. So the box method works. So if you're not sure, are they differences of squares? If you're not sure, use the box method. Okay. So this next one. Are they differences of squares? Are the terms the same?
Yeah.
Yes. Do they have a positive and a negative?
Yes.
Yes. So 2x times 2x. 4x squared. 3 times negative 3. Negative 9. There's your solution. And you're done. We're going to do two more. We're going to do this one. I'm just going to have you do this one yourself. Do this one real quick. Get it done. And then we're going to do one more. And then we're going to call it a day. So we're pretty quick today. Pretty fast lesson. The next 2 days are really not too bad of lessons. Are the terms the same? Yes, that's the first question you have to ask. Is one a positive and one a negative? Yes. So then we can use difference of squares. 6a times 6a, 36a squared, minus 7 times 7, 49. All right, let's look at this last one. Let's go 10a minus 3, and what is that? 10a minus 3, and 10a minus 3. Okay, we want to figure this out, and we'll do this one together. And we want to solve this. So, Are the terms the same? You got to ask yourself this every single time. Are the terms the same? Yes. Is one positive and one negative? No. We've got a negative and a negative. So you cannot use this trick with this one. So the only way we know how to do it right now is by using the box method. Okay, we're still going to solve this one, but now because they're not differences of squares, one's a negative and one's a negative, we can't do the 10 times 10a. We can't do that. It doesn't work. The terms have to be the same. The signs have to be the opposite. And it could, every one we've done has been plus minus. It's been plus minus. It's minus plus. The signs are different. It's the same thing. Okay? All right, so let's finish this off. We'll do it together so we can get done. So 10a minus 3. 10a minus 3. 10a times 10a. 10 times 10. 100a squared. 10a times negative 3.
Negative 30.
Negative 30a. What goes in that upper right-hand corner?
Negative 10.
Negative 30a again. And in the bottom? What goes down here? Guys, stop.
Negative. Positive 9.
Positive 9. Just 9, right? It's negative 3 times negative 3. So in this one, we've got 100a squared. Our middle terms, they're the same. So negative 30 minus 30 is negative 60a plus 9. So there's the solution to that one. Okay. So again, as you're looking through these, they have to be a difference of squares. They can't be the same thing. This, actually, there's a pattern to this one as well. This last one we did. There's actually a shortcut to this one as well. We'll talk about that shortcut to this one tomorrow. But again, you can't do it today. If it's not a difference of squares, you still need to find the answer. Just use the box method to do it. Simple and easy enough? Okay, you've got plenty of time now to get 5.3 day 2 done. Those of you that didn't finish 5.3 day 1, get that done. Those of you that haven't finished the stuff above that, get that done today. You've got, 1 second. You got 30 minutes to get this done. Plenty of time.